Hey guys, Chauncey Phillips here. Welcome to brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shop video today. Today gonna go out, go to the main spots, but mainly I'm looking for one thing that came out today. It's a direct-to-video sequel to a movie I always loved as a kid. I have a feeling it's not gonna be great at all, but it's one of those ones that I just really want to check out to see how it is. It's kind of interesting they did a sequel to it. It's gonna be like $12.99 everywhere, so it's gonna be pretty cheap. I think the only place that has it a little more money is like Best Buy, so I pretty much get it wherever I see it first. Hopefully they have it in stores. I'm pretty sure they're going to, though. It's one of those ones I think they will, and it's only actually even released on DVD. There's no Blu-ray release as far as I know at all, which is always kind of weird when there's no DVD, for a new movie like this, only a DVD of it. Also, if you guys haven't seen it yet, I have 2 videos up I did on set of Devil's Domain, so those are pretty cool videos if you haven't seen those. I'll put the links below for part 1 and 2 of those, and also at the end of this video I'm going to have a couple new DVD and Blu-ray reviews, one a title from Arrow and some other horror ones, so definitely stay tuned for those as well. So anyway though guys, let's get going and see what we can find today. Into Target we go. Barbies. Well, one of the big things that came out today was The Witch, and I reviewed that in my last update. This is a very super creepy horror movie. Would highly recommend checking this one out. Really, really like this one a lot. And the other one today was Dirty Grandpa, the Zac Efron movie with, Zac Efron and Robert De Niro. This is the unrated cut. This was actually a pretty funny movie. Not the greatest, but I definitely did think it was pretty funny. But the thing I'm going to get today was this one, Kindergarten Cop 2. Like I was saying, though, one of the things I'm going to get today is Kindergarten Cop 2. That was the main thing I wanted to get. And I know this is one of those direct-to-video sequels. Like I said, no one from the original is in this one. It's only $12.99, but it's weird. It's one of those ones where there's only a DVD release of it. I don't know why in this day and age there's some of these things like this when there's only a DVD of this. I guess there's like no interest or something like that. And it doesn't even have, you would think, oh, if it only has a DVD, there would be like a digital code or something that you could watch the HD one if you just wanted to see an HD. But that's one of the things I'm going to get. Like I said, I'm sure this is not going to be great. Dolph Lundgren is cool, but not as cool as Arnold Schwarzenegger at all. And I feel like he might have done a sequel to this if they had the right script. I don't know. I've always talked about doing a real, Kindergarten Cop follow-up, but I don't know. I guess this is what we get, but this is one of the main things I'm going to get. And as always, I got to get more PB2, the chocolate one. I have really big containers of this one, but they don't seem to make really big ones of this one that at least you can get in the stores. But I was always hoarding up on more PB2. Well, I ended up picking up, the Kindergarten Cop 2 DVD and then the PB2. Like I said, it's just strange that there's no Blu-ray release of that one. Hopefully I don't go somewhere and they're like, oh, Best Buy or something has like an only at Best Buy edition or something of it. Sometimes too, like if they only have a DVD in the US, then like in the UK or somewhere else, they actually have a Blu-ray of it. And if I really like it, I'll just, get that one. But we'll see where we go next. And I think this place just opened. Yeah, they're like starting to put these out in California now. I remember going to one of them when I was in Maryland. I think I remember going to one of them when I was in Maryland. Like I had like one location in Maryland I can remember, but they seem like they're all starting to come out to California now. We'll just go in there and look around, just for like, sheets and giggles, just see what it looks like in there. Because they have all these like odd store brands. Like pretty much everything in that place is all store brands and stuff. I always remember too, they found like they had like meatballs there once. I remember they found like horse meat in the meatballs. It was always this big thing. I remember reading about that in there. We'll go in there and see what it looks like if it is open. And look at this, they really do copy them. Look, like Cocoa Rice. That's like a total knockoff one. And then this one, Honey Wheat Puffs. And this one has like a turtle on it instead of like, I don't know what that guy was on the original one, but like I think a bear or something like that. But it's kind of funny. They have like total like copyright looks. The Crunch Berry ones. Look at this one. Berry Kids Crunch. These are almost like taking to the point of like, oh man, these are copying. Look at this. This is supposed to be like Tony the Tiger. Instead of Tony the Tiger, they put this bear on it, giving a thumbs up. They're great. It's their own version of it. And they even have Fruit Loops. And these are like Fruit Rounds. I've never seen them that, ones that are this much of a copy, except changing the character. That's actually kind of funny, these, to be honest. And they have this thing on the carts here where like if you want a cart, you have to put like a quarter in there or something, and then like at the end you give the quarter back. And I don't know what the reasoning behind that is, because like you get the quarter back, but like they think people are gonna like wheel off and take the cart. It's like, oh, well if you give the quarter and you don't give it back, you can keep the cart. I'm thinking like, is that what it is? Like it's kind of strange. Into Walmart we go. And it's funny, over here, their edition of Dirty Grandpa has a different cover on it. See, it's like a different cover on the front than the other one in the other place. That's kind of interesting how, like, I don't know, I can't remember what the other one had. I was just looking at it a minute ago, but there's something different about this than the other one. That's interesting. And I look back at the video, the other cover of this has Robert De Niro with like his pants down, and it's pretty cool they have the witch in here, and it's only $14.99, so if you guys, it seems like this is the cheapest place to have it, $14.99 on Blu-ray. Like I said, I would definitely recommend checking this one out if you guys want to see like a really creepy horror movie. And they have in here too, Kindergarten Cop 2, it comes with a DVD of the first movie for only $14.96, so it's like $3 more or so if you want to get the first movie. But those are really the main things, and I think this one was today as well, called The Program with Ben Foster and Crystal Dole. Like, don't know a whole lot about this one, but I believe this one was today. Well, in the section, it seems like all the stuff from the last, like, 2 weeks or so. Like I said, they change it out here maybe, like, once a month or so. They really do a whole, like, taking things out and putting all new things in. This one might be from today, Where is Good, I think, and maybe this one. But other than that, I think it's all the same stuff. And this is one of the ones I'm going to talk about at the end of the video, Sacrament. This is actually pretty good. I actually really like this one a lot, but I'm going to do a review of that at the end. They still have Scarred in here, too, with the one that I have a little part in. So if you guys haven't seen that one, too, definitely check that one out for sure. Into fries we go. And they have a bunch of new stuff in here for $4.99, like the Savages for $4.99. I don't think I ever watched that one, but every so often they change stuff out in here for decent prices. It's actually $4.79. Another one that says Red Dragon, but I don't see that one in here. I don't know if I ever watched Red Dragon. I know that's like the remake of Manhunter. And they have a lot of $2.99 ones in here too. I think some of these are newer ones, not suitable for children. I remember this one being pretty decent. And Night Professor, and they have, see, both editions now. Here's the new one. It's the same features though, but they changed out the covers. Well, this might be a new thing, 100 Years of Universal on there. And then this one, no, it's the same stuff. It's basically they just changed it and they put Movie Money for Neighbors 2 in here. And this is a pretty good one for $4.79, Meaning of Life. I really like this one. It's missing the slipcover on it, but that's definitely a really good one if you guys have a fries. Like I said, every so often they change it out here and get stuff cheap, like Lost in Translation, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. And if you want the first Kindergarten Cop on Blu-ray, it's $4.79 in here, so you can get that one for only $4.79. That's actually a really good price. This is a pretty good price here too. They have like Dante's Peak for $4.79, or you could get Dante's Peak and Daylight for $4.79. So that's actually crazy. So you could, for the same price, get both the movies. And I don't think I have Dante's Peak. I think I have Daylight, but I might get this one because I remember I think that's like a volcano movie or something. For $4.79, I'd probably get this one. And here's another one I don't have on Blu-ray for $4.79, Skeleton Key. I'll probably get that one as well. I have a DVD of this one, but never upgrade this to Blu-ray. And actually, it was a pretty creepy movie as far as I can remember. I'm looking here, the lone ice cream sandwich. Like, look, somebody like messed with this and like, ugh. I don't know. Pretty weird looking ice cream sandwich in here. Yeah, so I ended up getting both those ones in there. They're like $4.79 or something like that. You know, every so often Fry's, changes things out in there and puts a lot of stuff on sale. Like I said, it seemed like a lot of Universal and then some Well-Go USA ones today. But that's the one thing I always go in there like every few weeks, and every so often they change it out. And you actually can find some things for decent prices, because like Skeleton Key sells like new on Amazon for like $9.95 and stuff like that. So it's like half off for most of these ones. Into Best Buy we go. And their copy of The Witch is $16.99 here. And it seems like they have the one too with Robert De Niro with the pants down. The only place that had that other cover was Walmart, the one when they were, he's holding Robert De Niro shirtless. It's kind of interesting now. That was one of the only locations that had that. And I guess Walmart didn't like the idea of Robert De Niro's pants down the thing, so they made him change it. But like I said though, this was the real big release today, The Witch. And let's see if they have over here the other one. Yeah, Kindergarten Cop. They have this one here, which is Kindergarten Cop 2. They have the same prices, so it actually is the same price, $12.99. But they also have this set, unlike the one at Walmart, when it was like you had to get the one with both actual discs. This one has it, together in a set like this. And I don't know what the price of this one is. I don't see that, but it is kind of, I think this might be exclusive to Best Buy, this specific edition, but I'm not 100% certain. And the other thing that came out today was Southbound, and this one only is on DVD. I'm pretty sure there's no Blu-ray anywhere of this, but this was a really, really, really cool anthology horror movie. Would highly recommend you guys check this one out. I really like that a lot. And I think this is today too. I think some kind of show from Nickelodeon, like Miraculous or something. I don't know anything about this one at all. Yeah, I've seen on Nickelodeon. But other than that, I think that's all the main things that came out today. Well, that's all for this DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shopping video today. I did get the things that I wanted though. The Kindergarten Cop 2, and then found those two things for not, $4.79 at Fry's. Anyway, though, guys, like I always say, if you guys enjoy these shopping videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Now, stay tuned for a couple new DVD Blu-ray reviews. And the first one I got from Arrow Video US is Hired to Kill. This is from Nico Masters, who directed Island of Death and The Zero Boys, both which Arrow Video US released as well, and I reviewed both of those ones. Island of Death is a really cool, strange movie. This movie is basically stars George Kennedy, Brian Thompson, and Oliver Reed, and George Kennedy ends up hiring this mercenary guy. There's this person that he wants to get out of this kind of guarded kind of castle, kind of prison-y kind of place, who, is like the head of this group, and he wants to try and get him out of there. And he doesn't really know how he's going to do it, so he comes with this idea of hiring Brian Thompson's character to go undercover and pose as a fashion photographer and bring along these women to help him. That are all the women have kind of, most of them are like in prison and like in the insane asylum and all this kind of stuff, but they've all for killing people. And George Kennedy's character is basically like, he's going to find a way to erase their records if they come with him to help him, pose as these models so they can go to South America and get the guy out. It's a very strange story, very strange idea, but a very cool, odd movie. And it's like there's some really great settings. They even filmed it in this like stalagmite kind of like cave thing, which I had never really seen very many films at all like you can even think of that actually shot in there, like people getting killed in there and all this kind of stuff. I've never seen that like in like a real stalagmite kind of cave. I thought that was something very cool about that. And it was actually not like a set or anything. It was actually real, which was actually very cool. But it's essentially though, like I said, him getting these women from prisons and things like that and training them to kill but also pose as these models, so they go there and kind of smooth with Oliver Reed's character, who kind of runs the city, so he can kind of get past them to eventually get to the castle kind of prison place and get out the one guy they're trying to get. That's essentially what it was. But it has like really fun music in this movie. This one song that's really ridiculous. I really like this a lot, and a really great transfer. The transfers on these ones are great because it has a new 4K transfer. Also has on here interview with the director, interview with Brian Thompson, who's the lead in this movie, as well as the trailer and a commentary track as well. But really cool one. Also has in here too different artwork and stuff like that, and a booklet about the movie. But also, like I said too, the different reverse artwork for it. But it was one, like I said, I feel like a lot of people I haven't seen, but really cool. And it also kind of has the Zero Boys kind of feel to it. The next one from Anchor Bay. This is a show that was on IFC, and I think I was looking into it. There's also a show he did before this. It's presented by Will Ferrell, and Will Ferrell actually like plays like the narrator of this, and the idea is it's called the Spoils Before Dying, and Will Ferrell is basically playing this writer who wrote this kind of manuscript thing, that like this book that was like kind of a popular, weird, underground kind of thing, and he ended up getting it turned into a show, but the show like never aired, and was made in the 70s, this kind of TV movie miniseries show which never aired, and it was really strange about this jazz musician who was accused of murdering this woman, played by Maya Rudolph, and he has to kind of he has 3 days, the police gave him 3 days to try and prove his innocence. So it's kind of him trying to figure out exactly, because he doesn't even know if he actually killed this woman, so he's kind of has to prove to himself if he did or didn't kill this woman or not. And it's a very strange show. Funny or Die also produces as well, so it's got that kind of weird, quirky vibe, and Kristen Wiig is singing all these jazz songs, and I kind of like this one. Will Ferrell's stuff though is my favorite though, because like he's in the beginning and the end of each episode. You can watch it though as a movie though, all together, but they're all like 20-minute episodes, like 20-minute episodes. But Will Ferrell's like presenting it, and it's kind of ridiculous the way he's presenting it, and there's a lot of people in this show. Haley Joel Osment's in this show. Who else is in this one? Kate McKean, like I said, Will Ferrell, Tim Meadows, a whole lot of people in this show. Pretty cool, like I said, strange show. The next one, I just finished watching this now, and this was really good. Like, this is one of those ones I'm going to remember, and this is like, one of those like put on the shelf movies that I really like, called The Sacrament. Or not The Sacrament, just called Sacrament. It's not the one that was out before, years back. It's a new movie called Sacrament, and it's basically like a cannibal kind of town movie about them eating people. In the beginning of the movie, you see this guy getting like kidnapped by this guy, hit over the head and put put into the back of his truck. But it's basically, the plot is about a group of these friends that are all going, like, for some reason, I don't know exactly what they were doing, but they were going and staying in this, like, bed and breakfast in this small town. I think it was, like, the one girl used to live in that town, so they were kind of going back to it, something like that. But this is, like, a crazy, like, super religious town where they're all, like, real Bible-y and real nuts, and their secret to this town is, and you find out this early on, that they're killing and eating people, and, like, serving them up at their, like, barbecue meetups, and, like, their church picnics and stuff. I don't know, it was, like, sort of amazing, because they go to this town, and they have problems with everybody that basically anyone that comes through, they end up eating up. And it's kind of like the one guy in the beginning of the movie, it cuts back and forth between the friends that are there, and the guy in the beginning of the movie gets hit over the head. He gets kind of put into, like, this insane asylum there, and his mother comes to get him, played by Marilyn Burns, who was from the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This was done right before she passed away, because she passed away about a year or so ago. But I love this movie. Like, I thought it was great, and there was, like, certain characters, you're like, oh, if they find out about them, because the two characters were gay, and if this town finds out about them, they're going to go crazy. I don't know, I love this one. It was, like, really great, like, cannibal kind of movie, real throwback kind of movie. It really felt like a late 80s, early 90s kind of movie, but really one that I would highly recommend. Just, like, a really fun and some really good kind of gross effects in this one as well. And this one's from Revolver Entertainment. And the last one here, this was funny watching this, because I'm like, wait a minute, I know that guy, because, like, it was called Monarch, it was from Monarch Entertainment, but the one actor in this, the lead actor, was from Girls Gone Dead, and I was thinking it was him when I was watching. I was like, is that him? It's like, oh yeah, it's the guy from Girls Gone Dead. But the movie's basically called Dusk, and it's a movie about this guy who ends up waking up and his girlfriend has gone missing, and he ends up getting this, like, recording that's saying, if you bring this money, you'll get your girlfriend back. And it's a weird, elaborate thing, because it also cuts back and forth to kind of stuff that him and the girlfriend were doing before, she was kidnapped, and, like, about how they met up, and kind of weird encounters and things like that they had. And it's essentially, though, he gets this message from this guy that says, if you bring this money to this cabin out in the middle of the woods, then your girlfriend will be back. But there's this guy that's going to guide you to the cabin, so he's going to come and meet you first. But this guy that comes and meets him is, like, knows nothing about what's going on. He just knows he's supposed to drive him out to this cabin and get him there. And you're kind of wondering, is this guy the guy that did it? That's actually driving him? Is he actually playing dumb, or is he really just some fool that they ended up hiring to do this? It was kind of an interesting kind of movie, trying to figure out exactly what it was. The one guy actually brings his friend along as well, even though he's not supposed to, trying to figure out exactly what happened to the girlfriend and what is all this scheming and what in the hell is going on here. But this one's called Dusk. But anyway, though, guys, that's all for the review portion of this video. Thanks again for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you guys later.